Hello everyone, welcome back to the Football Showdown. My name is Nate, and look, this is Anfield sign now. This wall is slowly more and more becoming more Liverpool. Hopefully we'll add some more. Well, I will add some more, so that way we can get rid of those there and have more Liverpool stuff. But anyway, let's get to the topic of the video. Kevin De Bruyne is something else, man. Oh my God. I don't typically watch City games, but I was just like, hey, there's not really many football games on, so I might as well watch Newcastle versus City. Newcastle first half, not really good, but had the legs to go forward and countered when they could, and they made the most of those chances in the first half. Second half, completely different game. They sat back and just tried to hold on to the lead or at least walk away with the draw. And for the most part, I was pretty comfortable. But I was pretty comfortable with them getting at least a point. I never felt confident in them winning the game unless they got another goal. And in that first half, I was like, man, I think they might regret not being able to get a third goal, or 2-goal lead. And I think that might come back to haunt them, which inevitably it did, because KDB came onto the pitch and changed the entire game. Oh my God. He's one of the best players in the Premier League. I still don't think he's better than Mo Salah, but I think he's second best player in the Premier League. Man City are going to be here till the end, and it's scary because, man, they're just unbelievable. Anytime we look up and we think that they're down, they can rely on KDB, because that game they shouldn't have got anything out of. If without KDB out on that pitch, I was fairly confident Newcastle walk away with points, if not all 3 points. And then KDB arrived, and he just controlled the entire game. And I thought it was going to take him a game or two to find his feet, but not at all. He walked on and was back to his old self. Still has to get his fitness up, because he was red. He was bright red like that in the first 5 minutes of the game that he was on. So once he gets his fitness up, he'll get even better. So, because there were a lot of crosses that he was hitting, and they were pretty poor for his standards, but they were still pretty poor at the end of the day. And the more fitness that he gets, the better that those crosses will become, and the more clinical that he'll be, which he was for the most part in this game. Had that great goal that he scored, was filling in the pockets of space that Newcastle were leaving. It was like there was just a gap in between Newcastle's midfield. It was always right by the referee for whatever reason. It was like the defense didn't want to push up too high, because you got players like Dan Burn, Fabian Schär, however you pronounce it, who aren't the fastest, so you can't press up too high, because then a ball over the top by either Kyle Walker or Jeremy Doku are going to run out onto that and probably skin their man. And so Newcastle were kind of caught in the middle ground of, do we press up? Does the defense press up high? Well, they might sit back a little bit, but we want our midfield and front three to press up and add some pressure. So there's always that gap in the middle, and KDB exploited it. Phil Foden tried his best, but he was all over the place this game. I think that the pressure of KDB coming back got to him. It's on his mind to try and keep his starting spot, and I think that played into his performance today, because his performance was terrible, honestly. If we're being honest, he was horrible today. There were so many times that he should have scored, could have made the extra pass, and just refused. He just wanted to do too much. But back to KDB. In those pockets of space in between the defense and the midfield, and that's where he controlled his game. And then he was hitting one-time crosses in. That goal that he scored, unbelievable. It looked so slow at first. It looked like he was just he was gliding through, but then he played the ball. And I'm like, Dubravka, why didn't you save that? And I'm looking at the replay, and I'm like, man, he literally just passed it into the back of the net with a lot of pace on it, because Dubravka had a phenomenal game today. He was really good, kept Newcastle in for the most part, but that goal was beautiful. No one's saving that goal. That's just one of those where it's like, all right, you just hold your hands up and you say, hey, the attacker got the best of me. And then that assist that he got, oh my God, couldn't have played it any better. Oscar Bob has to take a lot of credit for that touch and goal that he scored. Yes, KDB hit him with the ball, but I believe Oscar Bob did all the hard work in the end to get that goal. His touch, his composure, most kids his age, especially kids at his age. Nonetheless, other professionals like maybe even Yeremy Doku, I don't think finishes that chance. But for him to keep that ball under control after it bounces off Kieran Trippier, and then you have the goalkeeper rushing at you, and he's going to be. I don't think he's going to be world class, but he's going to be solid. I don't see him being a Man City player in 5-6 years' time. I think he'll move on. Maybe take the Cole Palmer route, where he's okay. He's above average, but nothing special. But no, never mind. I don't want to take anything away from this kid right now, because he had a good game or a good moment, and he deserved to be, deserves his moment. So I don't want to take it away from him by saying that he's not going to be a Man City player in 5-6 years. But Man City, they're something else. They're a different team with and without KDB. And man, as a Liverpool fan, you gotta worry. Like Jurgen Klopp said, when KDB arrived, the world shakes, because that's how impactful he is. He's someone who made City, who weren't looking like they were going to get 3 points out of this, into winning 3 points and being 2 points behind Liverpool now. Am I comfortable as a Liverpool fan? No, of course not. I was a little bit more comfortable before KDB, but now with KDB there, now I'm like, ooh, looking over my shoulder a little bit like, man, one more slip up and KDB's right there to carry City through. So I think if you're a City fan, you're really happy with this result. There's no reason in your mind why you don't think that you're favorites. And as a Liverpool fan, I'm a little nervous now, because we're without Salah. Our midfield still isn't complete. It's still being rebuilt. But I don't know. You just never know what happens. Will KDB be able to stay healthy for the rest of the season? If he stays healthy for the rest of the season, I think that they go off and win this, because that's how good KDB is. Especially with us not having Mo Salah for a month or so. So I mean, it's really, really, the title's in Man City's hands right now. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. If you could, please comment, like, and share, subscribe, and yeah, comment. Let me know what you guys think about KDB. Does he take City to the Premier League title? I think he does. Again, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.